It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Huh, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that nigga. Shit. Bet the ball. Off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money.
Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean. Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and...
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
You hear what I said?
Yes, bitch, I heard you. I'm pretending like I didn't.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a lot in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
Well, gotta get a piece of my
say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
Your feet! He looked down, seen his feet, the nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it. My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deep. I think very deeply.
First you tell us that it is manly to keep your word. All right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all that the black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well then, show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well then, stick to your word. And let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man. You're a worm. You're afraid of us. You're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you. And if that's what you're afraid of us, then tell us that's just what you're afraid of. But don't keep hiding it from us and holding this up to us, and every time we ask you for something, you give us a little bit of something, and it's all tokenism. We don't want tokenism. And there are most black men in this world that don't want charity. And yet still every time we ask you for something, you give us a little piece, a little piece. You're playing games with us. We're not children. We're big men. I've seen my father have to put up with all kinds of stuff. He was a big man. He raised a family. He went down south, and he had to go around to the back door with his wife. We're not asking for anything. We're not asking for any favors. All we want is what's ours. Now, there are many black veterans who are coming back, and they're mad. They're angry. Do you think that they're going to sit down through this? Our fathers didn't have the knowledge that we had. They sat through it. But there are other black youth that are not going to sit through it. We know about Che. We know about Fanon. We've read the books of our revolution. We've listened to Mao and his quotations. We know where we stand. We're not going to sit for it. We're asking, and if we ask and we don't get, we're prepared to stand up and take it. If I ask a man, I tell a man I am hungry. I tell him I am cold. And I ask him to do something about my condition. And this man holds a loaf of bread right in front of me so I can see it, and I keep asking him, I'm begging him to please give me a slice of the loaf of bread. I am hungry. Then it is known by every psychologist that the next step in the progression is I am going to knock him upside the head and take the bread from him. I'm not going to starve to death.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
Dance with me. Oh, yeah. Dance with me. Dance with me.
All in your business.
Hold up. You don't know nothing about that shit, bitch.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
You got to pray to God and tell God your rent due. Any God that didn't know your rent was due ain't God.
Don't know me, want it. Nigga.
mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line. I've been losing.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Come with baggage, just not ask Louis what's on.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that.
Bitch niggas, hoe niggas, rich niggas, broke bitch. I told niggas this was on, yeah, right here.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. And then
I think we OD. I think we OD. My word, can't be my equal, don't know what you heard.
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the deuce. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the deuce.
Some people, they feel like you almost have to sell your soul to get fame, or is it just hard work, or is it luck, is it consequence, is it?
No, most of us done sold our soul. We just called it something else.
Like I said, you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Do that dance, baby, do that dance, let's work it out. Nigga.
Slapping folks is satisfying. She don't like me, but I didn't know. Guess it was underlying.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only galactic daddy-o welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, welcome. This is the Chocolate Mountain Show, and this is the weekly NFL pick show. So where I give up my picks, and so I want to clear a little energies out around here. I can't find the rest of my sage, so I'm gonna try not to burn the place down. Get some good energy in here. I already got those high vibrations out with the big bowl. So now just get a little energies out. Chase away any attachments that might have happened to got on me. So I'm giving you my words and not the words of some attachments. Ooh. No love to the wood. Because we live in wooden houses. I got more of this. I don't know where the rest of my sweetgrass is, though. All right. Give that up. Oh. Well, I saw that PJ Allen is in here. What's happening?
Got to have vision.
I see Dr. Sinister. What's happening?
Got to have vision.
Nephil, what's happening?
Got to have vision.
James 3224.
Got to have vision.
Is that everybody that's in the house right now? What's happening? Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday. You know, smooth day today. You know, I got to walk 3 miles, so that felt good. Go to my lake, and I think I've said this before. When I jog around or walk, I don't jog, but when I walk, I'm doing about 1 mile in 18 minutes, and that's kind of sometimes it's 17, sometimes it's 16. So I had one chick, I know she was doing 1 mile in about 13, 14 minutes the way she passed me, and she was walking. She had a nice steady pace. She was shorter than me, but she kind of had, for a woman, long legs. So she had a nice little pace going. And like I've said before, where I walk, the area is full of oak trees, red oaks and black oaks. And so I've, since I don't have big trees where I live, I've adopted some trees. So I've adopted a few trees and I touch them every time I do a lap around. So I found a way, because I was doing almost 3 miles anyway. So I kind of found a way to stretch it right into 3 miles. So, and it's pretty flat. I do it's some stairs I do in there, but it's pretty flat for the most part. And so the most part, and I've lost a couple more pounds. I am down to 225. And so I'm gonna try to join Lifetime tomorrow, where I can go play pickleball indoors. And don't have to risk falling out because it's too hot. But no, as I imagine most places, it's a lot cooler up here. It was still 80 degrees. When I went out to the outlet today, it was still 80. So, but yeah, I was just gonna come on for a little hot minute and get my picks in. But I wonder if there's any, let's see. I know a lot of people talked about it, but this is what's bogus is and I wrote this on Lobo's thing without reading it. So on Facebook, I'm friends with Sharon Amos, and I'm friends with Jim Red Wolf. Red Wolf has a channel on YouTube, but so what John Amos's daughter wrote is that she wasn't even aware that he died in August. Now, one time they were trying to fight her younger brother on Control, saying he was taking advantage of John Amos. And they tried to actually take him away from the younger brother, but apparently the younger brother kept the information away from the family, because on Facebook, Sharon said she found out on Facebook that her dad died. She said her brother didn't call her. She didn't know. I sent Red Wolf a text, and I haven't heard from him because I imagine he's probably talking to a lot of the family and stuff. And so, it's sad that his daughter finds out that her dad dies by reading it on Facebook. So, and I don't know if y'all knew that John Amos played in the AFL. He played pro football too. He wasn't just an actor. He played pro football. Not sure where he went to college, but he played pro football in the AFL. Let's see if they'll say if I can find out where he went to college. Let's see, groundbreaking policy. Played football at Colorado State. So he played football at Colorado State and had training camps with Denver and Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so it looked like he just played a little preseason with both and probably maybe practice squad or got cut. But he played football at Colorado State, and he got into camps for Kansas City of the AFL and Denver. So, he played a little bit of pro football. So he's a multi-dimensional cat. But yeah, it was kind of, because like I had put on Lobo's page, I was like, I think he did die today, because that's, but I didn't really read what his daughter said. And I went back and read it, and she said that she found out on Facebook that her dad died. So, her brother didn't even call her to tell her that he passed months ago. So I'm not sure what the family is having. But yeah, she was kind of, because I've been friends with Red Wolf and Sharon Amos, I would probably say 10 years. I got on Facebook in 2010. It came out in 2006. And I've been friends with both of them for probably 10 years. Sharon travels all over the world. She's a natural healer. And so, so sad to hear. I heard that Esther Rose said one time that John Amos was the first Black father on television. Now I was thinking, well, I guess like Amos and Andy seemed like one of them was a father, but it wasn't the same. They were cooning most of the time. But if you go back in history, you really see that it's, he was the first Black father on television. Yes, I think the oldest son was the spoiled, unsuccessful one, and he did some shady shit to his sister. Yeah. He and both of them look just like him. They're just a little lighter skin, but both of them look just like him. So, but yeah, it very shady. Very shady dealings. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the bread. That's the sad thing. That is the sad thing. I don't know who this cat is. In the morbid news, we have Sam Strange. He was a director who worked on Batman, The $6 Million Man, and CS Crime. He died of kidney failure, but he was 95 years old. So how much can your kidneys fail at 95? Head of Paramount Studios in the 60s, guided such memorable series as Mannix. I watched Mannix, The Odd Couple, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, The Brady Bunch, Love American Style. That was kind of funny. Friday night show. And Mission Impossible, original TV Mission Impossible. He exited Paramount in 74s, produced the new $6 Million Man, and starring Lee Majors. He would leave the studio to launch 10-4 production, independent. Made such TV movies as Judy Garland, The Rainbow Study of a Young, and Reasons for Living, the Jill Ireland story. In 1983, The Rainbow Warrior, and concluded by his career by CSI during the first 2 seasons. Okay, never heard of him, but apparently they got him in ritual. As you know, that's how they do it. They ritual up people. So that's part of the morbid news. It says the Jerry curl is back. The Jerry curl is back. There's no denying we're in an area where iconic beauty trends decades past are back. From the sultry 90s brown lipstick that once dominated grunge R&B aesthetics to the defiant return of the infamous side part. Brain of the middle part. Clear beauty. So inspiration of trends stems back to Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson, such as Coming to America with actor Eric LaSalle and Daryl Jenkins. Remember the iconic Let Your Soul Glow. Flash forward to today, we're seeing celebs like Drake reporting the style. They find loose curls that are so shiny they appear nearly wet. The rebirth of, the rebirth of Jerry curl is one example how deeply rooted certain hairstyles are in Black culture. Memory. How to wear it today. We list the expertise of several people. What is a Jerry curl? A Jerry curl is a hairstyle that made popular Black folks during the late 70s, hitting its peak in the 80s and early 90s, featuring loose curls are extremely shiny. The style was intended for people with coarse hair texture who want a softer, no more defined curl, something similar to a perm. Where did the trend get its start? The style was a brainchild of chemist and stylist Robert William Redding. Redding's innovative contribution to hair extended beyond the iconic look. He was also responsible for developing hair conditioner and pH balanced shampoo, marketed primarily to Black men and women. The Jerry curl was promoted as a low maintenance wash and wear alternative to chemical relaxers. Its promise, easier upkeep, made it an attractive option for those seeking more manageable hair routine. However, those were some notable drawbacks. The style's signature sheen was achieved through the use of an activator, an oil-based product with some undesirable side effects. It was notorious for staining clothing, furniture, and virtually anything it came in contact with, posing practical challenges for those who did. That's where you get the Jerry curl bag, which is bonnets is the same thing. There are several stylists create the look. These days, there's none of this inksome activator required. If you have thicker, tight curls, think 4C type. Hair is prepped with a wet styling product such as curling custard, curled with an iron, Set in place with perm rod hair rods, explains the Virtue. However, if you have a 3C hair type, your stylist will likely use a mild relaxer to break down the texture, then create more desired curl pattern. For those with thick, extra frizzy hair, Varcher says prepping hair with a keratin treatment in lieu of a relaxer is another option. Ask your stylist for custom creatine treatment. Also breaks down hair texture in order to be able to create more defined curls. You can also DUI a curl at home using a texture, a mild form of relaxant, applying a settling solution, flat twisting your hair around in bras, then letting it sit for just 10 minutes. The big caveat, any type of chemical treatment can be damaging to your hair if not done correctly. Jerry curl head styles. Back in the day, the hairstyle itself was worn down, sprayed with lots of activator juice to add megawatt shine. The curl was intended to create wash and wear looks for the kinky textures. So what happened to I'm sure I'm happy that my hair is nappy. You see lots of bobs, and asymmetrical bobs are just long, wavy hair locks. Those are still good choices. These curls style to whatever. So are you Jerry curled? Is anybody out there watching me? Are you Jerry curled? Are you see Drake let his hair get long? You need to do something to keep K-Dot off his ass. So he's like, hey, I'm gonna wear Jerry curl. That talk about my curl won't talk about me. And A minor. So oh. Now, the first time I saw Jerry curl, one of my friends was going to school at what was that called? Riverside. He was going to Riverside College. He later transferred to A&T, but he came back and it literally looked like his hair was wet. He had the best one I'd ever seen. But yeah, he had one, and when he came back to Kalamazoo, nobody had seen anything like that. Now, what was funny later, when niggas just put activator in their hair, it didn't look shiny. Like his shit looked shiny and like his hair was wet. It looked like if you imagine just black hair with just, if you just like shampooed it and it looked wet, that's how good his shit did. He had the original, and it wasn't called Jerry curl. It was called California curl. My boy Steph had his shit was whipped. And one reason why he didn't play football at A&T is because they was talking about they was going to cut his hair in his freshman year at A&T. That nigga, he was wearing the Jerry curl. He wasn't letting them fuck his shit up just to play football. But it was funny how it got cheap. And it was funny how some people would like almost make it like when a dude would wear perms, like would like you would see dudes in the 60s how they would wear their hair. They would get the perms and wear their hair. Well, it was dudes that could Jerry curl it like that, but comb it backwards where it was wavy. It looked more wavy than it looked curly. Do y'all remember that look? Because my boy Randy, he used to get his shit look nice, but it was like he would comb it backwards. Wasn't really wet looking, wasn't really curly, but it was wavy. It put big waves in his hair. And the Jerry curl bag, so you won't fuck your pillow up. And what was so funny is seeing niggas walk around town with the Jerry curl bag. Y'all remember that? Niggas walking around with the Jerry curl bags. Like now to see niggas wearing bonnets is like just the ridiculous of the ridiculous. A nigga wearing a bonnet. What kind of shit is that? But to each his own, to each his own. I got wearing a stocking cap to make my hair wavy from my stepdad in the 60s. He used to wear his shit like that. So when I was in high school, I would just use a terrible shampoo, baby shampoo, and then that, what was that? Royal Crown grease. I put that Royal Crown, brush my hair, put that Royal Crown grease in it, put a stocking cap on it, and you would have swore I had a perm in the morning when I took that shit off, or a few hours later when I took that shit off. And I was probably the first one in my high school that was wearing that shit to school before wave caps. It wasn't no wave caps. It was just your mama's pantyhose. That's what the first wave caps looked like. El Moore, Amaroon Khan, also known as El Desert. Thank you for joining.
You got to have vision.
They said the mother was left abused as well. Wow, I didn't know that, because I know she had taken pictures of her mother. And I saw pictures of her mother before her mother passed. It could be. You know, when it comes to getting that bread, mugs be wanting to get that bread. So they don't care about, they don't care. They just want the money. Like, you know, the Menendez brothers. Damn. I was trying to see the price of gold today. Because up here, man, I'm going to have to get somebody to buy gold for me. Because up here, they hit you. If the price of gold is $60-something, that's all I want to pay for it. But because we can't buy gold, we have to buy it from somebody. This is not what I want. They can charge us $20. So if the price of a gram is $20 up here or $60 up here, they're going to charge you $20. Really? I thought I talked about this the other day. Ron Hale, actor on Ryan's Hope and General. Yeah, this is a different guy. So, wow. I don't know if y'all know this. This is more morbid news. Ron Hale, who starred as Roger Coleman during his 14-year run of Ryan Hope, had a longer stretch as Mike on General Hospital. Yeah, I don't think this is a guy I did, or is it? I want to see a picture, older picture of him. Oh, he was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wow. Went to Furman. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this was the guy I did the other day. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't really remember. Maybe it is. James Gant. What's happening?
Got to have vision.
Frank Fritz from American Pickers and Chris Christopherson. Oh, Frank died? Oh, wow. I didn't know he died. Iron 5, what's happening?
Got to have vision.
Oh, here we go. I know he was sick. I thought he had oh. Yeah, here he is. I did not hear about this one. American Pickers presenter dies age 62 years after having a stroke. Too bad. Former star died at the age of 60. His death was on Monday, 2 years after he suffered a debilitating stroke. It was broken heart. I share with you. Frank passed away last night. Frank's former wife announced on Instagram. Alongside the picture of two of them, Wolf wrote, "I've known Frank for more than half my life, and you've seen on TV has always been what I've seen, a dreamer who is just sensitive as he was funny. The same off camera as he was, Frank had a way of reaching the hearts of many by being himself. Who would have ever dreamed he would cockpit a white cargo van in front of millions interested in our adventures?" He continued, "Before the show would take off all together to places we never knew existed, with no destination in mind, just shared passion, discovered junk. We've been on countless trips, sharing many, many miles, and I feel blessed that I was there by his side one last journey. I love you, buddy, and miss you." Born in Iowa, rose to fame, longtime host American Pickers, a reality show that followed him and Wolf as they traveled across America in search of rare artifacts that they sell in their antique archaeology stores in LeClaire, Iowa. I've been there. And Nashville, Tennessee. So Frank stepped away from the History Channel show in 2020 after he went back surgery. However, despite being open about his desire to return, it was revealed he had been replaced by Wolf's brother, Mike. It was reported that Fritz had been placed under temporary guardianship after he suffered a stroke that left him unable to communicate. Wow. Or carry out important decisions controlling his own affairs. Damn. History Channel American Pictures producer released a joint statement which read, "Frank filmed American Pickers for over a decade. We will always remember him." Damn. 60 ain't really old, y'all. Ain't really old. So he's 3 years younger than me. Well, I'm lucky. I got a cousin that his stroke wiped him out. I'm looking at buying some cobalt. Okay. Look at the price. Let's see. All right. See if I can get how much is this? This is what do we got? Oh, okay. Here is pure cobalt 9.9, 100 bucks for a 1.5 grams. So 1.5 grams is worth 100 bucks. No, 200 bucks. So almost pure cobalt for 1.5 kilogram is 220 here. Let's see. Think back here gave me more options. Here is 100 gram high purity electrolytic cobalt metal sheets. Oh, this is a little cheaper. I wonder what's the quality of this. And this is only 30 bucks. 100 grams. Yeah, this is only 30 bucks. Well, this is less than what we just saw. And this is, let's see, what's the purity here? This is 100 grams. Yeah, so it's going for about $20 a gram, it looks like. So you can get this pretty affordable. You buy about $1 gram. Looks like you can get it pretty affordable. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. So 90. That was 90. Okay, this is 2,200 grams for $300. So that's quite a bit. And I imagine you can break it off. Blue Marvel, what's happening?
You got to have vision.
What's up, brother? Sly was mad because I roasted him on other platforms, calling him a leprechaun, Lucky Charms, and the dwarf Negro. Well, I'm sure he's heard all that kind of stuff before. Now this is 1 inch 10. Oh, this is 10. This is not what we were looking for. Yeah, I know you and him going back and forth at it. What is this? Yeah, so it looks like you can get this for roughly $30 a gram, it looks like. Of almost pure cobalt. Well, might have to consider this. Yeah, because that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Get some grams of this. I never would have considered that. I would have never considered that. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I'm always looking for opportunities. Well, now what is this? This is cobalt. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Thanks for that, Iron 5. I think I'm going to look into that. I might have to pick up some of this. I'm going to have to pick up some of this myself. But where is the price of gold today? Let's see. Recent. Price of gold. Here we go. I mean, gold has still been on a tear, y'all. Price of gold is $2,600 per ounce. Wow. So that would make it, what is it per gram? 1 ounce. So ounce, and which is 31 grams, is 2,659. Last week it went up to 26,662. So you see, it keeps going up. Silver price, gold price. Let's see if we can find the gram prices. Okay, 53 right now. Silver's up to 31, but what is the price per gram? Okay, here we go. 1 gram is 100. Whoa, that went up. So 1 gram bar, just a gram of gold is 120 bucks. 2 grams, about 225. You get 1/10 of a eagle is 300 something, 5 grand. This is probably the best deal to get it in a 5 gram bar. You'll pay $416. If you get a 1/4 Eagle, cost you $800. 10 gram bar is almost $900. Half ounce of Eagle is gonna cost you $1,500. Panda, usually the Pandas are a little cheaper. So, well, that's the Krugerrand. Krugerrand is still pretty high. So if you want one of these coins, an ounce coin, it's gonna cost you about $2,700 now. I remember when they was $500-600. But these grams, man, a week or two ago they was only $70-80 a gram. Now it's saying 120. This is probably a pretty good deal to get a 2.5 gram if you want to start. 5 grams is not bad if you can start that. So, yeah. So a pound of gold would be worth about 32,000. I think a gold bar. Well, we can keep going up. Here we go. 1 kilo would be worth. So a 10-ounce gold bar would be 27,000. Yep. 10 ounces would roughly be 27,000 if you got 10 ounces. So, and if you got a kilo, you're talking about 87,000. What they show is the gold, but 10 ounces of gold would run you about 30. Yeah, run you about 30. A little less than 30 for 10 ounces, which would be, yeah, that's slightly better deal to get it. Slightly better deal if you can handle that. 10 ounces of pure. Usually the Krugerrands is a little cheaper. These are nice to get though, right here. Getting these with the buffalo, with the Indian on it. But usually Krugerrands in Australia is a little cheaper, but as you see here, they're not any cheaper. A 1 ounce gold bar, yeah, same thing, is $2,700. So, and I think I'd have to pay more in this state. I would actually have to pay more. So I'm trying to find a way to buy gold without buying it in this state. Get somebody to buy me gold in another state. So gold is a good deal. Gold is a good deal. Okay. I'm not gonna be on here too long. Yeah, I'm trying about an hour. I'm getting tired. Don't really feel the greatest, but I'll push through. All right. The first game I got is the Bucks and the Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons. Jets and Vikings, you know I'm going with the Vikings. I'm going to drink coffee in bed because that game here comes on 8:30 in the morning here. So, Panthers and Bears, I am going to go with the Bears at home. Jags and Colts, I'm going with the Colts. We've got the Pats and the Dolphins. I'm going with the Pats. The Ravens and the Bengals. The Ravens have been playing some good football. I'm going with the Ravens. Bills and Texans. Wow, I think the Texans might can win at home. They got a good defense. Broncos and Raiders. I just think the Raiders are imploding. Let me come back to that one. Cards and Niners. I'm going with the Niners. Seahawks and Giants. Seahawks looked good the other night. I'm going with the Seahawks at home. Packers and Rams. Rams have not been consistent. Packers don't look bad. I think Love is supposed to play, so I'm going to go with the Packers. And then we've got Cowboys and Steelers. I don't know about Cowboys on the road, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys. And then we got Saints and the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs still roll another game. Now, this is without point spread or anything. So I got Falcons, Vikings, Bears, Colts, Pats, Ravens, Texans. I think I'm going to go with Broncos at home. And as I said, I am 38-23. I finished last week 9-6. So I'm overall I'm 38-23 overall. So I don't know how y'all doing, but I'm doing pretty decent. But I must come on here and tell you guys, I have bamboozled you guys. I have let you guys down. I like to be a man of my word, baby. I like to say something and stick to it And sadly, I didn't, guys. I said I was going to do something, and I didn't do it. So I had to come on here and let you guys know that I'm sorry I did not keep my word. But sometimes I just get weak. I'm a man like any other man, and men just get weak. So saying that is, I had to get me another wool winter Kango. I love these Kangos. This matches my mink coat, that gray silver fox. And this one hit for 55. There's 61 on one of my sites, so being able not to buy them at a store. There's only one store in this area that sells them. But what I'm upset about that I didn't keep my word, let me show you. So I know I said I wasn't going to buy another pair of shoes until next month. But I broke down, and these are Nike Air Max 97. I wasn't going to buy them. I really just went out there to walk. But I saw these, and they were so cheap. But these are the blue colorway. And these motherfuckers was only 60 bucks. 60 bucks. I was thinking about getting the Bookers, but these are only 60 bucks, baby. So I had to get them. I'm sorry. I was going to try to wait and get those Jordans next month. And they still had some of the snake skin print Bookers for, I think it was 105, but these was only 60, baby. So those are the things I got. Let me see what they're called. Let me see what they're called on StockX. Because I don't like StockX because you order shit. See what these are called. '97s. Oh, maybe right here. Nope. They're only going to give me one color. What are they called? These aren't it. These aren't it. No, they're more blue. Thought I could find the name of them. I don't see their name. Triple black. Nope. Triple black landscape. Huh. Can't find the name of them. Because, they all got their individual name. Motherfuckers is comfortable as shit. Now, these white ones are 117. Let's see. Let's go back. OGs. Dark smoke. That ain't the color. Militia green. These it? No, black. These are it. They are called Air Max Obsidian University Blue, and they're hitting on StockX for about 68 bucks. So if I get them at StockX, it's gonna be 88 bucks. Does that show? Got too much glow going, but on StockX, my size, 68 bucks. But to buy them at StockX, it's cost me 88. Cost me 60 out the door, as they say. Only 60 out the door getting them at our Nike outlet. And so I've got they're called they're called Dark Obsidian University Blue. That's what they're called. And so $88 on StockX, I got them for 60. So, and I still might go out there and get them Jason Tatum, or not Tatum's, but what's his name? Booker. I still might go out there and get the Bookers. They're 105 though. I don't know. But yeah, I love these. I got one that now if you try to get the new one, it's $150 because most of these run about 55. So those was my pickup this week, you know. And I really didn't go out there to buy them, but when I saw those for 60, I was like, this is a pretty good deal. All right, what does my man say? Reference Unforgivable Blackness, The Rise and Fall of Jack Johnson. Book and documentary video by Jeffrey C. Ward. Nice. I got rid of my Nike DT96 for StockX. They take about a week to verify and all that. Okay. That's my only thing is having to pay the shipping, you know. And I know like it's like okay, like right now, like to show you an example. Let's see. To get like right now, if I wanted to get the Jordan 12 Barons, you know, the new ones that just came out last weekend, StockX, my size is 217. Okay, and they say make a bid, or they say bid or pay them for bid would be 215 or buy them straight out for 250. So for me to buy them from StockX, it's gonna cost me 240. Right now, I think at JD Sports, I think they still had some pairs at 200. So, you know, I ain't crazy about, you know, that crazy about getting them. But yeah, I think it said just straight out buying them. What is it? If you just straight out buy them, what was it again? Buy or bid. 250 just to buy them out. But if you bid 217, it's gonna cost you 247. So yeah, they verify them and then they send them to you. So I don't know. I haven't found any pairs on here that really turn me on that much to get. Now I'll tell you one surprised me that sold out was the Nike Dunk Low Jumbo Phantom Dust Baltic Blue. My son wanted a pair, but them motherfuckers sold out. Oh, the price? No. I saw the black pair of these Nike Dunk Low Jumbos. I saw the black pair. Yeah, this black pair here. And they were cheaper. And you know, I'll say that now with this the longshoremen going on strike, we're gonna see how because it was like a couple aisles that didn't have nothing in them. And so we're gonna see a lot of goods slightly slow down. Sly needs to check that out. Sly is, but okay. He may well be. I think I read that book. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I read it. Well, y'all, as I say, I don't feel the greatest, so I wasn't gonna stay on very long. I'll tell you some new music I've been getting into. I meant to bring my albums up here, but that's where I got the hat. They sell it's Electric Fetus where they sell old records. And there was a song my dad used to play, and I kind of remembered how the melody was, but I couldn't really remember the song. And kind of was looking through the blues and I found it. And it's called Les McCain and Eddie Harris. Live at Montreal Jazz Fest. And I'm telling you, I was able to get the album. And I know my stepdad used to have it. And I forget my stepdad, because I remember that song. I've been playing the hell out of it the last few days. I meant to bring it up here. So as I was saying, I'm going to eventually update my stereo system back where I can get it nice and crisp. I got to get some record cleaner. I got to get all that because my needle's getting dust. But I'm going to buy a whole new turntable too. But right now, it's a different vibration. You know, I know a lot of us wear earbuds and listen to music, but sitting there just being quiet and hearing that needle on their record is such a different vibration. It really is. And I don't know, it's just, the way you feel, the music is so much different. Like I was listening to Aretha Franklin yesterday, and she has I never met a man like you, something like that. And I mean, just the way you can hear, and my little system ain't the greatest, but I mean, just the way her voice feels, you know. So, and there's a version where she sings Sam Cooke's "You Send Me," and you know, Aretha Franklin was voted the best female singer ever of all time. So, and I've got some Jimi Hendrix. I found Curtis Mayfield, Superfly. I got the Curtis, and that whole album is great. I've got Earth, Wind, and Fire live that I had before, where he sings Reasons live, Shining Star live. It's kind of a mix of live and a couple other cuts, but most of it for the most part is live. But I had all those albums at one time. So building my album collection back, and as everybody knows, albums is making a comeback, and albums ain't cheap. You know, CDs is cheaper than albums. And I mean, even some old albums, CDs are cheaper. So, so that's just a new little hobby I've been getting. But, you know, I listen too. And as you know, I love Coltrane. I think I love Coltrane more than I really like Miles Davis. But I'm going to get, what is it, Some Kind of Cool? I'm gonna end up getting that, or the definition of cool, whatever that's called. I'm gonna end up getting that because I like the trumpets too. So Patti LaBelle comes in second to Aretha Franklin. Huh. Patti LaBelle. I don't know. I would think Mariah Carey would be ahead of her because of range. I think at one time Mariah Carey had a greater range. I would even say I would even hold Whitney, young Whitney, over her too. Young Whitney Houston over her. Cause Whitney's first album, You Give, I saw that one, and I'm gonna end up getting that because I had bought it back when it first came out. You Give Good Love, I think is it's called. And Whitney's had a pretty clear voice too, instead of, you know, until crack and cigarettes destroyed it. So I don't know. I would put both of them over her too. But I love Patti LaBelle. I wish I'd have got a chance to see her when she was younger live, you know. Hate seeing these 70, 80-year-old trying to still sing. You know, it makes no sense. Go to bed. Why are you still trying to perform? I like Gladys Knight, but to say that she was, you know, one of the all-time great singers, I don't think anybody would say that. She sang a lot of catchy tunes. My imagination, I got to you for a good reason. Keep on keeping on. I gotta get the best of a bad situation. Other female singers. I like Sarah Vaughan. I don't know if y'all hip to Sarah Vaughan. And that mean ass, damn, to sing Angel. What is her name? The little mean ass lady from Detroit. I don't even want to say her name. I hate her so much. I like Charlie Bird Parker as well as Sun Ra. Can still blow at her age. Yeah, she's not bad. No, she does. I would say, like, when I listen to Dizzy Gillespie, I like Dizzy when he plays with Theonis Monk. Dizzy and Charlie Parker, the bebop, I don't know. Sometime I can get into it. Because sometimes you can get I guess I'm thinking this kind of like this is like, who do I like better as a combo? Do I like Miles Davis playing with Coltrane better, or Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie? You know, and some of the when Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie, the bebop and the, I don't know, it's like the bebop is not harmonizing as much as some later playing. Like when you hear Harold Silver, Song for My Father, you hear some really great harmonies, and you hear where when he's chopping that piano, he is challenging them horns. It's a part where the Song for My Father, where he's like chopping and them horns is trying to stay up with him. And so if you have never listened to a Song from My Father, and it's almost got a mariachi band kind of flavor to it. So, oh, Vanetta, thank you for joining.
Got to have vision.
So, I listen to a lot of jazz, like I said, Harold Silvers, a song from my father. I like some of his other stuff too. But I Coltrane, and there's an album where Coltrane makes he wrote notes for planets. And one time I had it, but he makes music off of each planet. He wrote type of a mantras, and then he had not only the mantra for the planet, he also wrote some music for the planet. And so I used to meditate to that, if you ever heard that. I like Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Louis Armstrong. He inspired me to play. But Louis is the closest you can get to Benny Bolton. So you can get a little of the first person that really played the trumpet that New Orleans that kind of had one of the early creators of jazz was Benny Bolton, and Louis Armstrong is the help of that. I just think with Louis Armstrong, he kind of sold out at as he got older. He had to appease Europeans. So, but like Cab Calloway, the way he dances and stuff with his music, talking to jive, but who could forget Cab Calloway and Stormy Weather with the Nichols brothers. The Nichols brothers and Stormy Weather is probably the all-time greatest tap dancing, but dance routine ever. Like none of Michael Jackson's routines is better than that Stormy Weather routines with the Nicholas brothers. Them mugs slide down the stairs in splits, and then they run back up and they go down each step in a split all the way down. Split here, split, split, split. Then they lift themselves up. Yeah, nothing's better than that. I like the Otis Monk because I like piano players too. So Monk Beach, I like to hear him chop. But it's like getting into high vibrational music, and that's what we're talking about. I like Diana Washington, as well as Sarah Vaughan. I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Nicks. I like Stevie Nicks and Dreams. Stop dragging my heart around. I've been listening to a lot of Eagles, Whoa, whoa, sweet darling, you get the best of my love. I've been vibing and all that, down in the stairs and the spit is wild. And it's funny, like my stepdad, I didn't, because it's like Herbie Mann. I looked like the jacket of Les McCain and Eddie Harris had Atlantic Records. And I was like, looking at a lot of this, I'm like, whoa, okay. My stepdad had heard of Man. So I was wondering where I got jazz from because my father just straight up blues. My father just straight up R&B and blues. Him and my grandfather. They just was R&B and blues. My grandfather was just blues. He probably didn't really care for much R&B. But my stepfather, I see where I got jazz from because I used to listen to it as a boy. R&B, especially music of Motown in the 60s and 70s, along with the music of Lou Rawls, Sam Cooke, and Teddy before hip hop. Well, yeah. I mean, some people even said, like you look at people who suffered. If you look at people who suffered from hip hop, you would definitely say Michael Jackson and Prince suffered from hip hop because they almost became irrelevant. Like once Michael had his run in 83 and then Prince had his run in 85, by the time hip hop took over, they both was putting raps in their music, So, it's almost R&B and like Dewan Brown, brother from LA, talks about, how they definitely wanted to kill R&B. They definitely wanted to kill because, they don't want you to think about love and loving your heart. They want you to think about fuck a hoe and fuck a bitch and I wish a nigga would. They'd rather, the powers that play would rather hear that and that be in your subconscious than music that's gonna raise your vibration, like R&B and jazz. They raise your vibration. It's music that you can feel. You can feel this kind of music. You can't really say that you can feel rap, that it goes inside of you, that it touches your organs. You can't really say that with hip hop, that hip hop really touches your organs and makes you feel really good. Can't really say that. Especially with the stripper, the stripper hip hop. I mean, listen to these stripper hip hop chicks. Like, it's like Cardi B. I don't like that stripper hip hop music. That is just such a low vibrational music. I mean, what is that doing to your subconscious? How is that lifting you up? What does one chick say? Hit it, ho. Because my daughter, I play with XM and I play stuff back and forth. I have my car is a no Drake zone. So every time I hear Drake, I push it forward. I don't want to hear anything he got to say anymore. I don't care if he got a Jerry curl or not. I'm anti-Drake. But I try to listen to high vibrational music. And that's why, like even Jimi Hendrix music is very high vibrational. I've said this many times. Jimi Hendrix probably helped me more than anything far as decalcifying my third eye. I think his music helped open up my third eye. I really did. So R&B Soul is coming back with a vengeance. New Kenny Lattimore song, Take a Dose, along with Ariel Lennox and Tyler. Okay. Yeah, it's out there. I'll tell you a couple people that I like. Of new stuff I got. It's a dude named Leon Thomas, a song called Yes It Is. Blast, BLST. He's got a song called Sky Lounge. And he also has a song called, oh, it's not on here. It's a dude named Eric Roberson called Lessons, featuring Anthony Hamilton, which is nice. It's a dude called Ace and How Long. It's a dude named, again, Eric Robertson has another one called Keep On. Let's see on the Barry White one. I got a couple on here. Let's see anything new. Yeah, that's what I was just listening to. So, yeah, R&B is there. I mean, you have to go find it, but R&B is definitely there if you go find it. So I don't have to hear no Drake. I've been doing the same thing. It's like the same thing with Rihanna. It's like if you listen to so many channels, it's like, how do I get away from Rihanna? It's like sometimes all the channels, everybody have Rihanna. So it's like, how do I get away from Rihanna? I just play my own stuff. But it's the same thing with Drake. Even if he's a guest feature, I'm like, click, forward, back. Don't want to hear Drake. I don't have anything Drake on any of my current music. So it's definitely a boycott of Drake now. And I wonder what if that's when he gonna be the first man to go to Mars during the Super Bowl, so he ain't got to hear everybody in the world saying that he's a weirdo, But one thing he's probably happy about Puffy. They found another weirdo, more weirdo than Drake. So. So it's like he probably likes this Puffy stuff. He's like, yeah, they're not talking about me anymore. So Drake is like, yeah, keep talking about Puffy. Fuck Puffy. Oh, that shit is funny. But it's Hollywood, none of it's real. That's all. None of it's real. And that's why, people like my wife and I don't argue about anything but politics. Like our personal lives, we never argue about our personal lives and our personal doings and goings on. We fucking argue about politics. And, I've told her before, it's hard for her. Like this is what's funny. When you become keenly aware, you're keenly knowing, and you reach a certain level where I know I'm at, you see people phase in and out. Like 1 minute they're right next to you and with you, and the next minute they go back into the matrix. I watch it happen to my wife. I watch it happen to my mother. Now, some people are never out of it. And my wife sometimes she goes out of it too. And I'll tell this to her face. There's nothing I'll say behind her back. But it's like 1 minute they understand. But then when you hit something which she takes emotional, with politics, she takes it as emotion. All of a sudden she back in the matrix. And I listen to my mother do the same thing. It's like 1 minute she's right there and then she jumps right back into the matrix. And they don't understand that. They think it's just, it's a political view, but it's more than that. It's you are buying into this matrix. You become a part of it. And that's just, and I'm sure many of you out there see the same thing, where you see people not in the matrix and they jump back in and out. So Jimi Hendrix is very deep and mystical. Prince's guitar style is based on Hendrix. Some of it is. I grew up listening to Barry White. I've been listening to a lot of Barry and Luther. I sung Tobacco Road by Lou Rawls, Close the Door by Teddy, and My Girl by Temptation, and Open Mic Night. Bet. I've been listening to a lot of Barry White lately. Your mom's like that when sports. Yeah, mama's like that with sports and the celebrities. Exactly. My mom still, it's funny how older people still get magazines. Like my mother and my mother-in-law, they still get all the magazines. Like, there's only a handful of magazines that you could get the actual books, but it's like my mother gets them and her mother gets them. So it's kind of funny, go over there and, there's the magazines. And I just noticed when we go over there, nobody touches them but them. Like my mother's magazine, like when I was younger, I would pick them up and look at them, but not anymore. It's like, I don't care. Who cares about them? Barry White and Sun Ra. Yeah. Oh, Barry White. Ecstasy. When you lay down next to me. And you remember he was a orchestra leader too. Love Unlimited. Love Unlimited is kind of nice too, because it's a more of a big band kind of sound. Because what Barry White stayed true to the big band sound. So if you listen to Love Unlimited, it is strictly a big band kind of number with a subtle little bit of newness and rock, like a little rock soul added to it. Whereas funk, which became, you had the one, but you also had the horns. You had the guitars and the horns. That's the difference between funk and, look, and some other, like big band. Funk, it took the horns, but it put like when you're talking about funkadelic, you're talking about Bernie Worrell playing that synthesizer that's making all them noises. So, Carrie D, what's happening?
Got to have vision.
I haven't touched a magazine in years. I still buy books though. Oh, I just got a book. I got a couple books. What is it called? Children of Jim Crow, that I just started reading. Children of Jim Crow. I just started reading that. My Verbal Game is Influenced by Barry White and Alan Rogers Curry. Yeah. So, yeah, I still buy books. As you see, there's books there, there's books over there, and I'm about 3-4 books down. I got another book, I think it's right behind me right there, that I need. And I've had that book for a couple years. I need to knock it out. So, yeah, I still buy books all the time, and I just, read them when I can. Sometimes I get where I just want to read, knock out a book in a couple days, and then sometimes I just get lazy. So, all right, well, guys, as I said, the last couple of days I ain't really felt good, and I ain't slept in a couple of days, so I got to get some rest. But I appreciate you coming out. I'll be back Sunday to go over the scores. Yeah, and PJ, you want to get your stuff and want to do a show, even Blue, what do you call yourself now? Blue Marvel, Mac Bone, if you want to do a show, let me know, and we can get together. But thank you all. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate the few minutes you watched me. Thank you so much, and definitely